What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first installment of Hoops This Minute. Now, this is a brand new segment we're bringing here to Hoop Network, and it's actually quite simple. So we got 10 topics for you guys lined up here, and each topic we're going to spend 60 seconds on it, and we're going to give our thoughts on the topic. So we're going to keep it fast-paced and entertaining for you guys. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So our first topic, we got Shaq, not a top 5 Laker. So Jeannie Buss actually gave her top 5 Lakers of all time, which included Kobe, Kareem, Magic, LeBron James, and Phil Jackson, leaving off Shaquille O'Neal. Austin, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, honestly, that's just complete disrespect from Jeannie Buss. I really hope she pulled a Kevin Durant on this one, and just maybe it slipped her mind. But I don't know how you leave Shaq off of that list, especially when you put in a guy like LeBron James, who's only been there for a few seasons, or even Phil Jackson, who didn't even step on the court for them. It's really just crazy to me that Jeannie could leave Shaq off that list. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it's asinine. It's blasphemous, as Stephen A. Smith would say. I mean, this man is considered arguably top 5 ever. You don't even have him in the top 5 Lakers. He's got a statue sitting outside of Staples Center right now. I mean, come on, it's just completely criminal. So 60 seconds, boom, we're moving on to the next one. We got, go ahead, Austin.
Our next topic is Jokic really the MVP this season? So, I mean, what's your take on that?
I mean, the Joker has done it all this season. Seriously, I mean, has he even missed a game? He's been there for his team the whole time. And the Nuggets have been riddled with injuries a lot. Michael Porter Jr. went down early. And then, of course, we've seen Jamal Murray get hurt. So he's really just been able to be what an MVP actually is. And
right.
Time after time, he's showed up and he's been there, and we know what he does in the playoffs. I'm excited to see what he does for that. Not that that has any meaning for the MVP, but I would love to see him win MVP, either him or CP3. Honestly, what's your take on that?
No, I definitely like Jokic as well, because I mean, now you see the team actually has the record to kind of be in the MVP conversation. On top of the way he's played, I think he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, they got all the way up to like the 4th seed now, so I mean, they were down below like 6th or 7th early in the season, but look at them now, man. I mean, they kept fighting, and now they got a great seed, so I think it's his to lose. Boom, 60 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. So now we got Kyrie Irving gets fined again. So Kyrie Irving was refusing to speak to the media, after the post game, and he's done this on multiple occasions. So the NBA decided to fine him, and I think they also fined the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm not mistaken. So
he's got, I believe, 35,000.
Yeah, 35,000. So I'm curious to know, what do you think about players, having to talk after the post game? I mean, it's in their contract and everything. It's something they're obligated to do. Like, what do you think?
I mean, you said it right there. It's in their contract, so therefore they're obligated to do it. And I mean, again, you could pull a Marshawn, go in there and say whatever you want to say. All you gotta do is make an appearance. So, I mean, Kyrie, do what you're gonna do. 35K is not really too much for him. If he, if he really wants to keep getting those $35,000 fines, then keep your mouth shut. Don't do the post-game interviews. But I don't know. Other guys do it. Like I said, you could easily
boom, 60 seconds. Don't want to cut you off, but we got to move on to the next one. Keep it moving. So, another 60 seconds on the clock. Why Lamella Ball is Rookie of the Year? So, Lamella Ball was almost a runaway candidate this season for the majority of the time, and then obviously the wrist injury happens, and Anthony Edwards starts to pick it up, man. The scoring totals, he averaged like 21 points per game in the month of April and 24 points per game in the month of March. So what do you think? Who's the Rookie of the Year this season?
I mean, Anthony Edwards definitely has been lighting it up. He's definitely shined while Lamella was down. But I mean, let's be real. If Lamella never got hurt, this wouldn't even be a discussion. And he came back and he's kind of picked up right where he left off. Hasn't missed a step. So I don't see why LaMelo wouldn't get this award. I mean, as well as the fact that Charlotte has been much better with him on the court, than the putrid Minnesota Timberwolves. So I think LaMelo takes this one. Anthony Edwards is really only his real competition.
Boom, 60 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. So we got Salty LeBron James. LeBron James. So the Lakers have been dropping games. They actually fell into the play-in tournament, and LeBron had some very choice words to say where he said whoever thought of the play-in tournament needs to be fired. So, you know, the play-in tournament wasn't an issue last season, though, when the Lakers were high and mighty all season. But now that LeBron James finds himself, well, the Lakers, I shouldn't just say LeBron James, but the Lakers find themselves sitting at the 7th seed in the play-in. And he had some words to say. What do you think about it, Austin?
To be honest with you, start of the season, I loved the idea. As I started to see some pretty valid points come out from players, I'm seeing both sides, and I get it that, you know, you work so hard to get that 7th seed, to get that 8th seed,
and it could just be stripped away from you like that.
Gap between the 10 to the 8th seed, 10 to the 7th seed, it could be a 10-15 game gap. A lot of times there is, and so for a team that didn't.
Boom, 60 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. So we're gonna jump into this. Kawhi Leonard got bars.
Leonard, is it a Kawhi world? It's
a Kawhi world. The claw coming at you. All right. Well, look, Kawhi Leonard is about to drop a rap song with NBA YoungBoy, and I think we've seen something in the past about Kawhi Leonard doing some kind of freestyle or whatever it might have been, but. You know, got some bars. So I'm excited to see, you know, because usually we see Kawhi Leonard as a very, I shouldn't say shy, but like a very quiet person, to say the least. And now he's going to be rapping with NBA YoungBoy, who is not quiet whatsoever. So let's see. Do you think it's going to be fire or trash?
I'm really, really nervous for my opinion on Kawhi Leonard to change after this one.
If it's just complete trash, bro, like.
I would be so sad.
Just stick to basketball.
Right now, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. I don't know when it's dropped, but we'll see. So 60 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. So Kendrick Perkins. He said what exactly? What was it that he said, Austin?
I believe it was who's gonna end up with the better career. Is it gonna be Russell Westbrook or Allen Iverson?
So. My take on that, who's going to end up with the greater career? Well, he already said that he thinks Russell Westbrook has had the greater career than Allen Iverson at this point, and Russell Westbrook is still going. So has he had the greater career than Allen Iverson? It's tough to say. I almost want to say he has, though, already. Like, does that mean he was a better player than him? I don't know, but exactly. I think he has had the greater career than him. I mean, they both have one finals appearance to their name. Russell Westbrook has the MVP as well as AI, but the triple doubles is just like unheard of what he's been doing. Like, it's on another level. And I mean, he's setting history. He's going to become the all-time triple doubles leader. I mean, and he's going to blow it out the water, honestly. So speaking of that, 60 seconds is up. Let's move on to our next topic, which is Scott Brooks. And he said that he believes Russell Westbrook is the second greatest point guard of all time. Now, that's saying a lot. What do you think about that?
All right, so Scott Brooks, I get it. You know, you've seen the man in OKC. You saw what he did. You got to reunite with him in Washington. You're trying to gas him up a little bit. Number 2 is an absolute stretch. I don't even know if you really believe that. I can't say for myself. You know, I can't say for you, rather. I can't speak for you. I don't think he really believes that. I think he's trying to, you know, pump his man up a little bit.
Yeah, number 2 is a lot. Would you say he's top 5 though?
I would probably say he's top 5. I just
top
can't.
5. I think even top 5 might be a little bit. I don't know. I think definitely has an argument for it, but we got to see when his career is all said and done. I think it's the playoffs that kind of has held him back as far as like the playoff success.
I mean, numbers wise, he's gonna have all the numbers.
Oh, his numbers are crazy. 60 seconds. Let's go to our next one. So this one is actually not exactly NBA related, but it is in the basketball YouTube world. So Austin, what happened? What went down at the Friga World Tour?
So I mean, just like the title says, shots were fired, and all right, that's a little clickbaity. Nobody got shot, nobody was hit, but there was a real gun and real shots let off. I believe it was somebody actually passing by.
Yeah, it was someone driving by. So apparently the shots were just shot directly towards the air. I don't even think he directed towards anyone there. I guess maybe he was just, you know, I don't know what his goal was with that. You know, I guess to try and garner some attention maybe. But I mean, I know you and I talked about this earlier today, which is like, I mean, it was expected. We've seen the turnouts at these at the Friga Tour. I mean, it's been like hundreds and hundreds of people there, so it's only a matter of time.
I was gonna say, as well as the fact that they're really playing some competitive basketball a lot of the times.
Yeah,
Guys
exactly.
Playing physical.
Yep.
That's when things get out of hand.
And if you lose a game there, you're not getting back on unless you're Friga. 60 seconds. Let's move on to our last topic for this episode. So we got Richard Jefferson said, what? LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time. Now, he said it has a lot to do with his longevity and consistency. So he said scoring is mostly about consistency, and no one has been as consistent as LeBron, besides a couple other players in the league. But his longevity, he said he's already passed MJ in playoff scoring 3 seasons ago, and he eventually will pass Kareem as well. What do you think about this? Is LeBron the greatest scorer of all time?
All right, so it's tough to define score. I guess when you say you put the ball in the basket, that's scoring, and he does do it at a very high clip. He's done it for a very long time. But the thing is, when you see skill set, versatility, different ways at scoring the ball, there's just been a lot of guys that have done it better than him, who are more skillful, who have a more diverse offense.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It really depends how you look at this, define score.
60 seconds. So there you go. That's been our 10 topics here at Hoops This Minute. Thank you guys for joining here on our first episode. We try to keep it fast paced. This is our first one, so don't worry, we'll get better from here. We got a little, just gotta, bear with us. We gotta figure out exactly how we're formatting this and everything, but I really like the way this is coming out. I think it's going to be a regular here on Hoop Network. So if you guys enjoyed, please remember to leave a like on the video. It helps us with the algorithm tremendously. Hit that subscribe button for more future basketball content, and drop a comment down below on some more topics you would like us to discuss. And if you guys enjoyed the video, so thank you all for watching. Austin, you got anything to say before we cut out?
We appreciate you. We love you. And we're going to be here for you every week.
Absolutely.
As much as we can, getting you that NBA related news,
of course,
news. And I think that's all I got for you today.
Perfect. Yeah. And just one other thing I wanted to add. If you guys want to watch and see us, our full conversation for topics such as this, join us on Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Check out our Hoopaholics podcast, where we go in depth and really discuss a lot of great basketball topics with a lot of interactive graphics for everyone in the chat to participate. It's a live stream, so everyone on board and everyone gets to discuss. It's really just like kicking it back and talking basketball with the boys, man, honestly. So again, thank you all, and we'll catch you next one. Peace out, everybody.